So, Jermaine, aftermath of Tadley, before we sort of dive into the result, obviously today's being celebrating the non-league. How important is the non-league?
I think it's massive. You know, so much work goes, behind the scenes, especially with like volunteers, especially at our level. And in terms of obviously the gate and people coming to watch these boys, it's a big thing. It's a big spectacle. You see it all over social media, and I'm happy to be a part of it. A great one for the neutrals, if you like, today.
And obviously Tadley, I think around 8th or 9th at the moment in the table compared to where we find ourselves in the situation.
Mm-hmm.
What was the preparation for today's game looking like?
We wanted to be front foot today. We're coming off the back of a couple of losses. We wanted to be a little bit more solid and we changed the shape. We had a few more senior boys back, which allowed us to do that. We wanted a result. We got Saturday, Tuesday, and it was important. We got something out of today going into that game Tuesday, just to build some momentum to get us going in the last 6 games now.
So, start of the first half, perhaps didn't get the way we wanted. 2 quite quick goals scored for Tadley. Mm-hmm. Obviously, one of your first games in charge was away at Tadley, and they were very strong again on the set piece, weren't they?
With Tadley, it's coming in your box. It's coming in your box, and the boys were well drilled. It wasn't the greatest of starts, but it was important for us to, sort of dress ourselves down and go again. And then obviously you're 2 down before you know it. Don't want to speak too much about it, but I think that one's gone against us. I don't think it's a difficult one to take, but again, you're trying to pick the boys up. Having said that, I don't think we started well. It's a strange one for me because we were really good in the warm up. The conversations were there, and I thought half time probably come at a good time for us. And to be fair, the last 10 minutes of that first half, we started growing into the game, and I think there was a little bit of belief there.
Yeah, so 2-0 down, and it looked pretty much to be going one direction that first half, but all of a sudden a bit of magic from Louis Blake and Teo as well. Talk me through those mad sort of 4 or 5 minutes towards the end of the first half.
Yeah, listen, I've made a change in the first half. It's not easy to do, but sometimes you got to make decisions. And I'll take it. I feel that he wasn't getting up the pitch, and it's a tactical decision. And I think what that done, it allowed us to get Teo in the game a little bit more down the sides. And again, like I said, there's a little bit more belief. We're starting to get final third entries more. And what that done just got us high up the pitch, and we played the game in their half a little bit. And then obviously we carried that on going into the second half.
So, end of the first half, 2-0 down, scored 2 goals to draw 2-2. What's the halftime team chat about?
Very relaxed. Usually those that know me know, sometimes things can said, but I think I was quite relaxed because we ended the first half quite well. And it was just moments. I knew it'd take a moment. 2-0 can be a dangerous lead. And I said that to the boys. It's really important we start on the front foot. And we did. We knew we'd get that opportunity. Just buzzing for the boys that they managed to come from 2-0 down. It's difficult. I've seen teams go under, and Tadley a good side. But fair play to Teo and Lou. At the timing of their goals, brilliant, and that's what they do. They score goals. And unfortunately we didn't quite get the win. But like I said, it was a great spectacle.
So after sort of the halftime team chat, coming out in the second half, go on the front foot, score. Wow, what a wonderful strike that was. Talk about that.
Unreal for him. Unreal. You almost don't want him to shoot on his weaker foot edge of the box, but he's taking it well. And then you're trying to, we probably dropped a bit deep after that, but a brilliant finish. I'm happy for him. It's his debut. That'll do him a world of good. But like I said, I think we probably got a little bit deep after that. And fair play to them. Their equaliser was brilliant. And listen, when you go 2-0 down in any game, sometimes you've got to take the point. You move on. And obviously they hit the post, I think, just after that as well. So sometimes you take it. We hit the post as well. So it was one of those, a great one for the neutrals, but it's one that we off the back of our last couple of results, it was important that we got ourselves going again. We drew a couple of blanks and score 3. You want to get something out of the game, but we take it as it is. Tadley a very good side. They're doing very well, and they've done us 3-0 in my first game. So so it's a big point. Every point matters. It's so precious to us at the minute. But this is an even better point if we can go and get 3 on Tuesday night.
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously, the main objective was to try and get some points today, which we did. Tuesday night then away at Alton, obviously a place above Fleet at the moment. That game's massive, isn't it?
It's huge, and one thing we have done is sort of beating the teams in and around us when they come. And it's really important that we got that belief and that buy-in from the boys. We've had a good week in terms of not necessarily tactical, just conversations, just to get everyone back on side. I've really pushed the management team. I've pushed the boys, and I think you saw, a togetherness every time we sort of scored. And we're going to need that. We're going to need that. And like you say, Alton's a massive game. We've had them watched, too well about them. But we've got to start well. I think last time we beat Abbey here, we've gone into the Shearwater game and we come unstuck. And I think it's really important that we look after the boys that are in there. We'll have, again, I always say it, we'll have boys that have got bumps and bruises, and we just got to go again. Shout out to, I think, Wits. That epitomises today. He's struggling with a hamstring injury, and I got 45 minutes out of him. And there's another senior boy, and it's so important to us at the minute. So yeah, we'll be ready going into Tuesday, and the work starts now. But that point is massive for us, I think.
Yeah, and I think obviously from that, again, non-league day, really special occasion. We've had a couple of weeks ago, we celebrated 100th anniversary here at this grounds, and the crowd were brilliant again, weren't they?
Yeah, and it matters. The boys, it took us to give them something to shout about, which I always talk about. They come in their numbers, and we give them something to shout about. And I say to the boys, they drag you over the line. They push you, they suck the ball into the net. You just got to give them something to shout about. And also, we didn't start well, and I'm just glad that at home we score a few goals, give them something to shout about. On a day like today, it's a great one for the neutrals, like I've said. And it's a big point. I think we can move forward going from there. We've got a massive 6 more cup finals, and it matters.
So obviously, trying to bring ourselves away now from the drama of today's game.
Just
obviously,
what am I in now as well?
Obviously, our sort of big question I'll probably ask you both is player of the match.
I think I'm going to go for Jallo. I think I've tasked him with a big role as a young lad, and I think he just doesn't stop. I found out that he was fasting today, which I didn't know as well. So the energy levels that boy has are frightening. I'm going to go and give him a big hug in there, and he knows I love him. But I think there were some good performances out there, but I think I don't know if you agree.
I agree. Just the character of all of them today to have the results we've had recently, and we've taken on the head as coaching staff. A few of us, we've spoken to Glash and said, our performances haven't quite been there, and we've let the boys down on that one. We've got to take that, and to be fair, the boys came back out of there today. 2-0 down to come back, get 3-2 up against a good Tadley side. Credit to him, Jallo's run himself. He's been ever dependable all season, so now he 100% deserves it.